Yeah. Bill and I, we're running this show. Digital land, let the blockchain flow. Pod to the cast, we ride the air. NFT dreams like we just don't care. Metaverse wild, like a zombie horde. Earth to terrain, we're never bored. VeVe collectibles stacking high. Bill and I, we touch the sky. Digital world, we rule this space. NFT riches, we're on the chase. Metaverse dreams, a brand new guide. Zombie and Bill side by side. Yeah. Bill lays down wisdom like it's gold. I'm the zombie breaking every mold. Virtual lands where our roots grow deep. Podcasts alive, we never sleep. Podcast kings in the cyber realm. Forward thinking, we at the helm. Digital land, new frontiers we take. Binary zone that we co-create. Digital world, we rule this space. NFT riches, we're on the chase. Metaverse dreams, a brand new guide. Zombie and Bill side by side. Digital world, we rule this space. NFT.
Yo,
What's up?
what's going on, brother?
Nothing. What's going on?
Oh, nothing.
EV updates.
Yeah, VeVe, big news. Lots of things to go over. Let's see. Oh, big purchase. Finally, I haven't made any moves in a while, but I had to jump last night. Somebody put up the number 43 Empire Strikes Back movie poster. And I already got a full set of sub 100 mints, and it was too good to pass up. It was $150 for that. And it's a good amount, but that's more than a fair price.
2 scoops.
Yeah. I was like, I'm making the move. Add the gems and purchase. Very happy with that.
Congrats,
yeah.
Man.
I think that's iconic. Those pieces, those posters, movie posters are iconic.
Yeah,
pieces, for sure, from Star Wars.
Just my laptop here. What's up, everyone? We got Croner beating me again. He's fast, man. Wes,
your own stream, he beat you. That's crazy.
Fun under the sun.
Yo, Randy in the house.
What's up, Randy? What's up?
Yo.
We got some news today.
Yes, massive.
Randy on hiatus today. Where's Randy?
I know he takes today to take off. Well, he wasn't feeling good, poor guy. Last stream, he looked like he was hurting, so he deserves a day off.
Yeah, he does a lot. For sure.
Yeah, his back is just thrashed. I feel so bad for him.
So, I've been pretty busy today, and I did see that VeVe posted something incredible, and I gave the Joe Rogan little meme, like, oh! But I didn't really listen to it. But I did see a couple of fine points, like special OMI purchases at New York Comic-Con. Let's go.
Yeah, and they mentioned, not to be a spoiler, but they did mention New York Comic-Con as something dropping over there, so that they didn't forget about it like we had maybe thought.
Right, and you can purchase with OMI at Comic-Con?
And Bill's going to be there?
And Bill's going to be there.
Meet Bill, everybody. Get his autograph.
Yeah, first appearance. I'll be signing. I'll be asking for your guys' autograph.
F.A. Bill.
G-Boon. Yes. It's the moment. So it turns out that VeVe wasn't lying this whole time, and they did do what they were going to say.
With regards to?
Just the update. I mean, just the stuff that they were saying. Yeah, we're gonna do OMI to NFT. Oh yeah, we're gonna do OMI to Gem. How about that one?
I know.
OMI to Gem.
that's now. What's going to be interesting if you're going to do that through Stacker or not? Because it wasn't kind of clear in the update or in the video.
How would you do that through Stacker? I would think that'd be through the app, like the VeVe app, right?
Yeah, but remember, your OMI isn't connected to the VeVe app anymore, and they've kicked it all off, I believe. So the only way you could do that is through Stacker.
So somehow transfer the gems on Stacker, and then they automatically show up in your VeVe account? maybe?
No, I mean, okay, my guess. Who knows? I don't know shit, but
Yeah, we're speculating right now.
all speculation. But if your wallet is connected to the Stacker app and you're looking at listings, right? All of those listings with gems pop up as well, right?
Yeah. Right.
So you'll probably be able to click it and say, do you want to use gems? And then it do the process automatically. I'd imagine, because that'd be the easiest rather than having to transfer and hope it goes to the right place. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because we're going to want like smooth as possible.
Yeah. Low friction. Exactly. That's going to be the key to that process. So that's freaking awesome too. Cause yeah, I have OMI on my wallet and I was like, man, I would sure love to use some of this, but you know, it's difficult. So that's cool. And and they did something different too. Excuse me. They announced it, and then as they announced features, they said those features were going live now.
I love it.
So yeah, really cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So do you want to start this video and we'll talk, and you want to pause it, we'll pause and talk, or
like
we'll talk
Mystery Science 3000.
Yeah.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah. Did you like that thumbnail where we're all like together looking like we're all giving the business breakdown?
It's starting to get my facial features better now.
I don't know how. I swear I didn't even put your picture in this time.
Yeah.
It's got a good memory.
So I was at Cedar Point like a day or two ago, and this little girl walks up to me and she goes, "Excuse me," and I was wearing sunglasses and a hat. She was like, "Has anyone ever told you look like Adam Sandler?" And I'm like, never actually." And she's like, "Well, you do." And I'm like, "Is that a compliment?" And she's like, "I guess." And I'm like, okay.
I'd rather have his bank account than his looks, but
right. Then I started looking at the facial features and I'm like, well, he's got a beard and I'm old like he is, so I guess it works. He's probably like 20 years older than me, though, I would think.
Yeah. So Wes says, so we'll be able to swap OMI for gems, and that's what they said. They didn't specify where that transaction happens, so I guess we'll wait to see on that. But
says yes. Check his next comment says yes. The in-app chat will start today.
Nice. And there were drop-down menus in the app too, where it showed circulation. It showed a new feature where you're now seeing all the amount of additions for each rarity, which I really like, instead of having to go into the question mark, which I wasn't a big fan of because it was kind of hidden. Now it's very, very clear, very in your face, which I like.
It's almost like they've been building and
doing stuff. And listening,
and
listening. It's very important, because a community that feels ignored, they'll leave. People will leave if they think that the company isn't listening to them and isn't hearing their important features they want, right?
Yeah.
Because
I post the link in the Telegram.
Oh, cool. All right, I'll push play and then we'll go from there.
Let's do it.
Back to another VeVe Digital Collectibles video. Man, we have a good one for you today. Lots of updates coming to the app. We're recapping since our last business update, which back in May.
What's up, cool
I've got the men of the hour with me, David and Dan, co-founders of VeVe, to chat with me about all of the things. And we're even going to be talking about something that a lot of you in the last video indicated in the comments you really wanted to hear about, and that was OMI. So stick around. We have a great show for you. And to kick it off, let's talk about some of the major wins that we've had.
Pause it real quick.
A lot of things have happened since.
He just said it.
The O word.
And it's just like, this is what it's about. And everyone keeps saying, why are they not talking about OMI? Finally, they're just like, this is OMI. Like, all OMI. From what I understand.
It's not a side thought. It's not by the way. It's not an empty promise. They're talking about it.
Yeah.
As you go through the archive that is your mind, what's one of the cool things that really stands out to you since May?
Wow. Thanks, Corey.
to start with, there's just so many things happening. I mean, many of you probably know that I'm always working forward, planning the next 6 to 12 months, what's coming up. So my mind's always full of excitement. And, you know, to grab really one thing that I think really stood out very well was the Comic-Con we did in San Diego. We did a activation with the High. Basically, this project from Ridley Scott and Johnny Depp production companies, the Ashcan. Many of you probably read about on our blog about this Ashcan debut on VeVe. Very exciting.
Okay, pause that real quick.
Very exclusive.
So,
yes.
Did they only release the poster though? Right, like that comic was never released yet, correct?
Yeah, not the comic. This is a Ashcan, which is a promotional piece, which I wish they didn't frame it because I thought it was just a poster, but there's a lot more detailed to it that I didn't know about. So it's good that David is talking about that.
Yeah, because I definitely want to scoop this comic when it comes out.
Yeah, well, I want to
miss out on that.
I want to scoop this piece now because I didn't know that's kind of how these companies, you know, give a promo to what they're putting out. And he'll talk a little bit about it further, but it's interesting.
There's probably like 5 in existence.
Such a beautiful piece of digital artwork through the QR code. So that's one of the highlights for my quarter on, you know, these live events and activation. But, you know, a lot of the stuff that I'm working on, which is I'm very much tight-lipped on, it's going to bring a lot of new excitement into VeVe in our community.
We need it.
And that Ashcan, David, I don't know if a lot of you watching realize this, but it was, and I know it was on purpose, David, because everything you do is on purpose, but it was such a clever thing to do because that's a project that, like you said, involves Ridley Scott and Johnny Depp. And that probably is the first Ashcan in existence that has a QR code that links to a collectible. So an Ashcan in itself, if you're watching, you have no idea what an Ashcan is. And Ashcan basically is a teaser for a graphic novel or a project. They've existed since the golden age. They're super rare because they usually get thrown away. They end up in the Ashcan, right? And you managed to figure out how to get a VeVe QR code in the corner on the back of that thing. And that's, you know, Johnny Depp and Ridley Scott's project.
You know, Ashcan, man.
Have you had any conversations since that thing went live? Yeah. Because the article that we put out, it's done numbers. A lot of interest in this thing. Yeah, with the team at Mechanical Keg behind all this, and Jesse, the writer, the producer of the Mofo, as well as High. I had phone calls with Video Kid about what's to come, and obviously the comic sold out throughout the weekend, both physical and digital. So for those of you who managed to grab a physical copy of the Ashcan, they are truly one of a kind. And generally, the Ashcans are printed on very budget paper because they're just really ideal concept. But the fact that the booklet was printed with beautiful cover, heart, glossy paper, and inside full of ideas and artwork and notes from the producers and the writer. And some of you probably were sitting in that 7,500 whole H room, got a sneak peek of the Johnny Depp's performance around that. And I had good phone calls with the production company behind it. And, you know, hopefully we will be bringing something to show for Hyde and New York Comic-Con. But definitely stay tuned. I'm super hyped and super excited with what's to come with that franchise and that partnership that we have with VeVe.
Wow.
Now, Dan, from a technology and innovation standpoint, that QR code being able to link to a poster is an interesting concept. But the whole point of these graphic novels, these Ashcans, the sort of keys, is that you're giving people insight into a world that you're creating. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, this time it was a poster, but technically you could scan a QR code and get, as you know, because you've built them, dioramas, animated characters, entire experiences. What does something like this open up in terms of opportunities to collaborate with different entities?
I feel like he already knows, but
I mean, it's a really good opportunity for us to be able to get the word of VeVe out there a lot more. I mean, like honestly, kudos for David. I don't know how he pulls these things off sometimes, but to get an ashcan with Johnny Depp and Hall H, which is like the pinnacle of San Diego Comic-Con. So yeah, I mean, behind the scenes, we basically built a system that allows any user to scan a QR code. We can basically track them all the way through, right through to the end result, which is obviously getting those users to sign up, and then offering them some incentive item. That's the reason we put quite a bit of time and effort into this is that new user growth is always at the forefront of what I'm doing now. So I'm really excited to see how we can.
So new users, when they were talking, you were a little low, so it was tough to tell what you were saying.
Okay, can you hear me fine now?
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So new user growth is his focus. Like, let's hope he means that, because that's what everybody's screaming about right now. Is we need people in here. We need new users, fresh users, that get interested and get hooked into VeVe like we all did.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're going to be giving them reasons to be hooked.
That's what we need. Let's go. What's up, man? Love that cool tech. What are you talking about?
This
I'm on zombies,
and not only just with the QR code, but I mean, we can use it in many different areas. So I'm really excited.
Absolutely. And on the note of events, let's just transition right into that. Since May, it's hard to find you two sometimes in office because you're always somewhere doing something, talking to someone, either doing a deal or just having some presence for VeVe at a convention or even just a conference. So talk to me a little bit about some of the highlights since May for events. We'll start with David.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of you probably caught up with me in London Comic-Con. We had a community meetup there. We done to Lisbon, awesome. Our first Web3 events in Europe, and what's to coming up, and in between, I've been in a few Web3 conferences. I did a panel yesterday here in New Zealand.
Oh, do you see something in the background to the right?
I was right. That's Back to the Future, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Back to the Future. And then we have the new plastic pieces from who's that artist that does the mashup between
Matt Gondak.
Matt Gondak. I bet you those are coming.
Those are sweet, actually. I like those.
I would not be surprised because we already got the Homers, right?
Yeah.
So Bart's, I bet you those come next.
Okay.
Samurai Darth Vader ain't bad either.
And look, we got Street Fighter to the left.
Yep. Street Fighter in that background too. Good eye.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
And, flew back to headquarters, back here recording this. What's really exciting is what's remaining to come. So
to the right,
we've got DesignerCon Hong Kong. That's happening in October. We're back to back with New York Comic Con in the same week, and that's going to be a major blast. VeVe is going to be, coming back with stronger products. We've got celebrities. We've got signing all happening. And then the third quarter, the fourth quarter, we'll be celebrating our fifth anniversary at DesignerCon on Las Vegas. But this year we have a huge lineup of product and digitals that will be available.
The people that are going to be
for
there.
the very first time that we will be taking payments for these digitals with your OMI tokens. So it's adding another layer of utility for all you OMI holders out there. You can come to New York Comic Con, DesignerCon Hong Kong. You can be in Las Vegas.
Can you get me
one of our limited edition merch, collabs, comics, what have you not, using your OMI token. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Digital. He said there's going to be a digital that you could buy with OMI.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I'll transfer you. I'll transfer you the OMI. Nice, got the plug.
Crazy thing
and that's not the only OMI talk in this video, so don't turn it off right now if you've just come here to hear about OMI. We've got more OMI stuff coming.
It's the beginning.
What do you say?
Like they had a plan.
Yeah, crazy at first said we're barely scratching the surface with Omi. Well, we couldn't scratch any thinner than we've been doing for the last few months. So,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. You know, there's some traction, and you know,
Yeah.
they waited till their situation was over to start moving with it instead of, you know, because I don't think they knew what their footing was going to be with Omi before they got the ruling on
Yeah.
on what they needed.
I
So
would agree. You got to pivot, right?
right. They didn't want to jump the gun and put a lot of resources into something they might not have been able to, you know, fully do the way they wanted. So they
Mhm.
waited till the picture was clear. It seems anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan, from your perspective, what are some of the highlights since May in terms of events? Because I think you were at, you know, a couple of them there too.
Yes. Yep. Well, I mean, for most of the events, somebody has to stay back here and do all the work. you know,
Yeah.
Corey. But no,
I know.
the
It's me. I'm
Yeah.
the one that's.
I guess the highlight for me was going over to Lisbon. I mean, number one, you know, Portugal, Lisbon, beautiful place, and it was a really good opportunity for us to catch up with our VeVe fam around in the Europe kind of region, because it had been a little while since we'd been up there. So it was super cool. It was great going to the Web3 event. You know, obviously, as we mentioned on that, we are starting to step more into the Web3 side of things, some of which we will talk about today, and then we're going to have some more information coming up in the future around that. But yeah, it was honestly, I was actually really quite surprised by the event. It was a full NFT collectible event, and in Europe, you know, there are so many cool projects going on up there. So it was really good to be part of that team and that experience. And of course, we had a couple of great dinners and rooftop events with the VeVe fam that came along. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun to watch. I think it was fun for the community to experience through the lens of the awesome people that we work with. You know, we have a great events team that travels about.
What if we got Boba Fett helmets?
Dude.
That would be dope. I would love that. Just like how we did with the Stormtroopers.
Yeah, I think I'm still holding 25 of those things or something.
The Stormtroopers, the ones that open.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good hold right there.
I know.
Boba Fett would be dope too. See
It'd be
the
so
inside of it. They
most
should do that
iconic
with
guy.
all of them, right? Darth Vader.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Like, I bet you they follow suit with how popular those Stormtrooper helmets were. That'd be
why
cool.
would you need something like that unless you were going to make it, you know, you would implement it somehow of like somebody putting it on or something, you know, in my opinion,
running around.
Like, yeah, like maybe they could do like an connected with VR or AR or whatever with people running around and seeing the inside of the mask somehow. I don't know.
That'd be dope.
You got to think there's something to that, you know.
Right. And you know, with those skins, they're highly editable, you know, in the background. Right. So you could do quite a lot. I watch Fortnite stuff all the time, and those skins get really cool, you know, that they have. So it's the same kind of concept, I'd imagine.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Out chasing you two around the world and recording your exploits. Now let's go a little bit closer to home. Let's bring it back into VeVe. Since May, you've really been establishing the co-founder-led model at VeVe, and that's been changing the way that a lot of people work. It's been changing the way that we structure our goals and the things that we're trying to accomplish. David, from a CEO's perspective, so from a very eagle-eyed perspective, how has this shift changed the way that we're doing business at VeVe?
Thanks, Corey. So moving back to a co-founder lead business model has been a massive positive effect in VeVe. Number one, it allows us to be closer to the core of what makes this platform really special. Number one is our collectors, our partners, and, myself and Dan's vision where that digital collecting is headed to. And from the business operation standpoint of view, it means faster decision making. We are clearly prioritizing what's important, and refocusing on building features and experience that truly add value to our community. And from the goal perspective, nothing like what we're doing. We're still doubling down on our long-term growth. Number one is strengthening our technology, expanding our content, partnership, ensuring VeVe continue to set that standard for the premium digital collectible, that what we always talk about. And, I have never been more energized with our business in every level. And I think, with both myself and Dan now putting our eye very close, that impact you guys will.
Hey, remember when he was following me?
Are you feeling a little Twitter pated right now?
I miss him. Okay, go ahead.
Really see that in the coming quarters, and so I'm more excited than ever. And what we had to do right now is to regroup, be more agile, and there are challenges in the marketplace, in the macroeconomic side of things, and we identify them and we find solution to cope with them. But it takes time because you're restructuring businesses, and it's like every other project out there is doing the similar thing, and we're just really putting our attention very close to the home base here. And that's why you probably have not seen Dan in a lot of these events. I was also at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm out there at the National Chicago Trading Card Show, really listening and learning new idea, new verticals that we can be tapping into. And that really is all about building.
You got to try to get David on the show
and how to grow this business further.
No,
so being founder-led, I see is a positive thing, and I hope our community will feel that.
That's what the community really wants to know.
As we announce and as we showcase what's coming.
That's a great answer, David. Now, Dan, for you, David's a little more above. He's up in the clouds, looking down, seeing what all. But you're in the trenches. You're in the trenches with all of us. We're going through it day by day. From your perspective, sort of on the ground, in the dirt, working with the team. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about how things are going and where we're going?
From my perspective, I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, Dave and I started this business as a
really added to his
business.
collectible collection back
then. And it's really good just to get
Remember
back
when he first
to,
started, there were like 5, it was like 3
building
or 5
the product out based on what we find enjoyable as collectors. And if we find it enjoyable, then we obviously hope everybody else is going to find that enjoyable as well. And also just not to forget that VeVe is still a market leader in what we're doing. Like, there's no rule book for us to follow, so we are always having to test and measure. And even over the past couple of years, there's we are still the remaining business that continues to sell a high number of digital collectibles. So really good being back on the shop floor with the team, rallying everybody around. My goals really is to just make VeVe fun again. I think the app and the product went a little bit astray. And that's some of the things we're going to be talking about today.
So that's interesting, right? How he said that. He said VeVe kind of went astray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I think things were abandoned and just kind of left aside. I don't know if astray, because they've always pushed forward with content, right? That's their main focus, obviously. They put out something every week, almost every other day, practically, right? So that was consistent. I wonder, I'm curious to what he was talking about where they went astray.
Yeah, he was saying, well, right before that, he was like, well, we want to make it fun for our collectors, right? And then
fun
it
again.
felt like they, in my opinion, meant to make it fun again. He kind of strayed away from that. So I don't know. I mean, it did get kind of dull for a while, right?
Right.
I mean, there was a period of time where I just was barely buying anything.
Yeah, like where is it fun only when you're making money off the collectibles, or is it fun when you're hitting collectibles, like good secret rares or something? Or what? I wonder what he thinks.
Yeah, what does he mean by fun? Right.
Right. Because I mean, the excitement, which is fun, was the possibility of making money, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I know that's not what
landing super rare items.
Right. That's not what they want to say, but technically that's the fun of a secret rare item, is you could make money possibly on it, right? And
Right.
when you could make money if you even got the drop, right?
Yeah.
Didn't matter if it was a common or uncommon or what. You
Mhm.
made a little bit. And now
Ben said chasers are fun.
right, yeah. And they are adding chasers, which I like. You know, the
Yeah.
mints are so low though, like it's and they've been adding a lot more additions kind of through rares and uncommons, right? They've been kind of loading those up a little bit to make up for the chasers being in there, which kind of waters down the whole thing. If you ask me,
kind of like the Coca-Cola drop, right? Did you see that? Like, there's 12,000 of them, and I'm like,
yeah, and
that's kind of a lot.
And there's only
But there-
one, right? That's a chaser, not the
Right.
secret rare chaser, but a chaser. But that's a one of one.
But
So
then there's also other ones that are crafts that are one. There's 100 of them. All right. There's
right.
like 3 of them that are like that, and I'm like, I feel like that drops a bit excessive, like with just the amount of items.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like 10 different bottles or something. And I was like, man, I'm kind of like losing my mind looking at all these different ones, you know?
Yeah, they make it a little complicated. I don't know what the right formula is. I think Randy was talking about there was a good formula for the geez, what was the one right before Johnny Blaze? There was a drop right before Johnny Blaze where they had a chaser and it sold out and nobody expected it to.
Yeah, it was the $90,000
the 2099
Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, that one had really good.
I knew that one was going to do good though.
Yeah, and it wasn't an FA, which is important, right? And it didn't matter, right? Yeah, Spidey 99. Thank you, Ben. So that one had really good mechanics. And then they added a few to the Johnny Blaze, and then they added some more. And, you know, I hope they pull it back a little bit. With Coca-Cola, I don't know if they are locked in, but, you know.
And here's the other thing. Like, people loved the Miles movie, right? And the Miles movie was relevant. And it just came out recently. I just watched it again the other day and with Spider-Man 2099, right? And he's also coming out next year. But when you look at Johnny Blaze, people don't really, I feel like they can't relate with them. I mean, yes, we just got the movie now, right? But his character has really just been kind of like dead in the water for how long? You know?
Right. Well, Sony had
Sony had the last one too.
Yeah.
What's that?
Sony had the last movie, right? The Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and it kind of didn't do well, right?
Yeah, Sony movies don't do well.
And they made Michael Jordan as Johnny Blaze, right? And I was like, what are you doing? I'm pretty sure it was Michael Jordan. Not the basketball player. Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan?
Player. Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
They did? I thought he was already in Black Panther.
Yeah, he was. But in the Fantastic Four, I'm pretty sure it was Michael B. Jordan that played Johnny Blaze.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah. And I was like, this doesn't even make sense. Like, what are we doing right now? You know, like they have to explain, and then they made him like a stepbrother or something to make the story make more sense because, you know, his sister.
To the original character?
What's that?
They made him a stepbrother for the original character?
Right. And like they gave it a twist to it, and I'm like, what is going on? And actually, you know, I'm assuming that his name was Johnny, but it was the Fantastic Four, you know.
Right.
And I'm like, what's going on? So I feel like they've dropped the ball with those characters for so long that people can't relate to them. People love Spider-Man. They've never dropped the ball with Spider-Man, you know.
No. Yeah, and I would like the Thing for Fantastic Four. I would love that. Real really fucking cool. Him just like smashing something or you know.
So to me, the Johnny Blaze, they made the collectibles really cool, but the mechanics didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I didn't like how I could personally go for that other drop, and I totally forgot about it, and I couldn't just click the button and prepay.
Yeah.
Pay for it.
Uh-oh. I think you're frozen. Bill, come back.
I think you're frozen.
Oh, we must have both been frozen.
So, anyways, we're getting off on a tangent, but
okay. Yeah. Sorry,
back
guys.
to it.
All right.
That's really the biggest thing for me, is just to make sure that we are providing a really good product. And secondly, is that onboarding new users is critically important. So we want to make sure that experience, from when you scan a QR code on an ash can or you click on an ad, as you come through the platform, you're being educated, you're being excited, to really dive into this digital collectible world.
Fantastic. And make VeVe fun again. That has sort of been the rallying cry, as a lot of us have been doing our work, and we've been looking at ways, networking with our community, getting feedback through the feedback widget and all the amazing voices and people that we have that provide commentary on what we're doing as a business. So there's a lot of things that are coming that are going to be making VeVe fun again. One of those things that's already existed, it's sort of in its MVP stage, its most viable product stage, is the VeVeVerse, Dan. So it's been, I think, around the time we did the last update would be May. I think that's when we...
What is it?
Little Trumpism right there. Make VeVe fun again.
Oh, good pickup.
Pick up on that?
All right. I like it.
Did our last VeVeVerse update. Where are we at? Like, what's the good word with the VeVeVerse?
Well, I'm really happy to see that a lot of people are just going even higher levels with the spaces that they are creating. So it's great to see that it's
I'm not even into
the interest in the
I'm not,
VeVeVerse,
and I wouldn't know because I can't check out anybody's thing unless they
from a product perspective, we've been doing a lot of optimizations on the back end. Just to make sure that, because I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't think you'd be making spaces that would be kilometers or miles in length, but this seems to be really the trend and what people want. So we've been doing a lot of optimization on just on the back end to make sure that the platform is operating in a really stable way, and also it runs very smoothly overall. So that's kind of the behind the scenes stuff. In addition to that, we've been doing a lot of work on the actual collectible side of things, just making sure that they are, again, fully optimized. And when we roll out these collectibles, like what was the recent one?
And let me know when the land is
fantastic for Johnny Storm. With all, I mean, just the particles and everything looks so amazing. A really cool collectible. But there's quite a lot of work to get all of that particle work. And those particle effects looking the way we want them in the VeVeVerse. So with each release we roll out, there's always something being added to the platform. We do have a couple of other things working that is going to be rolled out very soon. And I can say that because they are actually done. I'm not just saying it's coming up. And these are just a couple of small things. So number one, we've got a space portal. So the idea here is that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it when people make giant spaces, but the idea with the space portals is that it means that you can drop a portal anywhere in your VeVeVerse space, and then you can allow the user to jump to any other one of your spaces. So it might mean that you can take your users on a journey from your car room, so your 12 car garage, to your Star Wars room, to your Marvel room, and just lead them on that journey. So I'm really excited for that.
Okay. So does that mean that there's like a glowing hole, basically you jump in and it takes you somewhere in that space that they want you to go?
I heard portal, right?
Yeah. And it sounded not like if you have like 5 different, spaces, it takes you to each one. It sounded like in the one space, it could take you from like on top of the roof to the car garage to the kitchen. I mean, that's cool, especially if you have a bigger space where I want to walk all the way up and find the way to things. That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
Come out. We also have a new Well, actually, should I say it? No, you know what? Maybe I'll wait
Say
till we
Say
drop
it.
it. I won't
That's
give
probably
away.
for the best, Dan. It's probably for
Yeah.
the best.
There you go.
Yeah.
Withholding.
Yeah.
He's working on other things, though. Clearly.
Yes, 100%. Yep. And then on the mobile side of things, we are again doing a bit of more optimization on the mobile platform. You know, what's happened over the past sort of year or so.
What's your thoughts on mobile?
My thoughts are, call me when I'm able to purchase land in the VeVe'verse.
You'll pick up the phone once that's available.
Yeah.
Well-
I don't know. I mean, it needs to connect to X. Like,
Mhm.
it needs to connect to everyone that you socialize with already. You know,
Right.
why is it not doing that? And until it does do that, I don't see a point in it.
Right.
Not that I'm bashing it. I'm just saying that I just don't have interest in it because of that. You know,
Right.
to me,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
So the way I envisioned it and the way it is now is obviously two different things. You know, I was excited
You bet.
about running around and bumping into you and saying what's up, or going to a space where Randy's
Yeah.
talking, right? And I'm just jumping around and goofing off and listening.
Right.
You know, or playing a game while I'm listening. I don't see a purpose on your phone. I don't think I would go into my phone to the VeVe'verse and like walk around with, you know, my phone and like do things. I don't see myself doing that.
No.
I know Asia markets a huge use case with their phones. I
Yeah.
just don't see a real big use case for that, me personally. And I don't know other people that use their phones in that kind of way, but I'm old. So maybe it's a newer type of thing that kids are doing. But me
Without the
personally,
social interaction, I don't see the point in it.
right. Maybe on your iPad, I can see it because the screen's bigger. Like my kid
Yeah.
plays on his iPad in Roblox, right? You got to kind of compare it to what the kids are doing now. So
Yeah, I can
Roblox,
see it on an iPad, but not on a mobile phone.
right? On a phone, it just, I mean, I have the biggest freaking the Pro Max, right? And I don't even know if I would do that on mine.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was just curious on what people's thoughts were on that.
I mean,
Maybe
my
we could-
battery drains down
right.
like crazy, even just pulling up one, just trying to place an AR picture. And I have a
Right.
Samsung Galaxy 15 Plus or whatever.
Right. And I wonder if
Like one of the
people
latest phones.
were people saying, we got to get this on my phone. I got to get this. Or is that just something you think people want? Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Yeah,
just
I don't really want it. I want to be able to buy
Right.
land like in Earth 2.
with Omi and have it
And-
burn.
Yeah, and you can run around and socialize like you can in Earth 2.
Yep.
But you can't
And
do that yet. But that's the
could you-
thinking of it. Like
Could you?
that's why we like watching the Earth 2 videos, because guys are now running around and then people are literally just watching them run around.
Oh yeah, all day. You know, I watch that for hours. You
It's
know, some of these
entertaining.
guys
Yeah.
making great content. But could you imagine plots of land? Right, there's a social hub where
Mhm.
VeVe's headquarters are, and
Yeah.
then they say this is Disney area, this is, you know, our decon area, this is
Yeah.
our Star Wars area, and then all around these areas are plots. And
Yes.
it goes to highest bidders, an open bidding system where if you bid the next and there's a countdown timer, and if a new bid comes, 5 more minutes get added to that clock as it
Yeah.
clicks down. So now the true highest bidder, not the quickest when it ends, gets it, right?
And
And you can
let's bring back
flex.
the golden ticket.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, let
'Cause
that
I got the golden ticket.
you do.
I've
So
got
what
a
about
few.
bronze tickets too? A lot of people have bronze tickets.
Mhm.
You know, there's a lot of special things they could do with that land, but I think it's important to show where it's next to, right? Because the IP is the key, right? You want to be next to Star Wars, or you want to be next to Myrmicornos, or you want to
Yeah.
be right. You want to have little plots here and there, and
Well, that's
I
what
think
the
that's a
announcement
big
needs to
value
be with
add, right?
Fortnite,
What?
right? That's what the announcement should be with Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
You know, that sounds like what they're building.
That would be amazing.
They need
Yeah.
some kind of interaction with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Hey, I like your beast.
I
What do they
love the
call that?
Beast. Yeah.
The beast.
A kid called Beast,
Kid
right?
called beast. Yeah.
Yep. What's up?
What's
Stuck
up,
in the
Spectrum?
house. Yo. All right.
Is that our assets have got of considerably better quality. I mean, you guys can see this. If you stand a Batman Risso side by side with one of our later collectibles, the detail is huge, a huge gap between what we were doing and what we're doing now. So that has also led to larger files, more complex systems like the animation and the particle effects. So I am doing a bit of more further optimization on the mobile platform, just to work out really what direction is the best way to go. Because to run these massive worlds, that are kilometers or miles long, very challenging on a mobile device, like I mentioned last time. So we've got a couple of really exciting updates,
I don't have a world
in the works at the moment. It's going to be a little bit different to what you would experience on the desktop, but still
Connect me to
a lot of fun.
The Fortnite world.
Fantastic. We're talking about making VeVe fun again. A thing that I think's fun is being able to talk to people that collect and being able to interface with them in an easier way. And I think we've got an update that's coming to the app that's going to make that so much easier and so much better. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Tell us about it.
Yes, exactly. One of the commitments, from my side is, coming back to founder-led, like I mentioned, is really just making sure that, the VeVe product continues to get better and better. And so what you're referring to, Corey, is we are launching in-app chat. This is a really cool feature. It means that you guys can now, you don't have to go off to any other platform to, say, will you sell this for this gem or that gem, or you're now going to be able to communicate with each other directly within the app itself. And the
Did I pull the Rogan?
Yeah, I hope that leads to trades. I really do.
Oh, why else would you do it? Right?
I've been so adamant about trading. That's a huge part of collecting when you're a small kid to you're an adult. I think even David talks about when he was in one of the Comic-Cons, he was trading, maybe it was Mahalo. He said he traded something for something else, right, that he had to get something. And I was like, there it is. It's so important for collecting, trading, the ability to accept, and then like have a back end feature. Like, are you sure this is a final action, right? This is a final thing. Are you 100% positive? It shows the floor prices. It gives everybody all the information that they need to make the trade. And then, we're all adults here. We all have to KYC. So we're all adults and allow trades, please, VeVe, please allow trades. It would bring such a fun element to this app with a very low cost, very low.
Yeah. What did Paul say?
The chat feature has a lot of really cool features in it. You can create groups. You can send all of your gifts. You can send all the links to your products. And just have a good old chat about collectibles directly within the app. So for us, it's just a way to create a bridge between our users. At the moment, I see it all the time. People, they tag each other on the feed.
Bring all the IP to Ur2. Done.
Oh, that's
just done. That's all we need. A partnership with VeVe and Ur2, and it's done. You have your worlds, you have your land, you have all your items. Just
connect the two.
And then connect the portal to Fortnite.
Yeah. Stop production on the VeVeVerse. Just halt it 100%. Right? And move it over to Ur2, please.
Ur2 right now.
That'd be so freaking cool.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my God.
Eugene and I will make it first. LOL. Yeah, you would. For sure. Spectrum's already working on it.
You know, can we do this deal or can we do that deal?
Or
Show me
websites about
this,
it
show me
already.
that. So now we're bringing that experience directly to you. And the great thing, Corey, is that this is actually ready. In fact, it should be rolling out today.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So if you're watching this video on the day that it releases, there's going to be a whole bunch of information that's releasing via our blog, our socials, app updates themselves. You're going to be doing updates, but just stay tuned to our socials. You're going to get all the information you need. But David, how are you feeling about this? You know how chatty you are. You can't not respond to an email that gets sent to you by any fan. So what are you going to do with in-app chat? I mean, how are you going to find time to work, David?
Yeah, I mean, this is
Even
well
Bill.
overdue.
Even Bill send a little shout out and got a follow, right?
I know. I could have just sent David a message, but I never did.
You're respectful of the man's privacy.
Could
I
have.
like that.
Now I can't anymore.
For us as a feature, you know, we find and then what you talked about is making VeVe fun again. This is a major steps that we be rolling out. You see many other social media apps out there have these type of feature where you can connect with one another. You know, when we first built VeVe, we were hoping that the photos and the pictures that you post with the AR characters will talk to you. And the fact that it's done beyond that, it has connected people in the community who live far away, and they now share the similar interests and hobby. And now this in-app chat will take it to the next level. It will give them build that closer connection. So I'm really looking forward to that. And you know, like I say, it's taking a while, and this should have been rolled out much earlier. But you know, we're getting on top of things.
I actually don't really use the.
I really want to thank our audience.
Don't really say anything in the
out
VeVe
there to give us time.
No, I don't either. It kind of gets lost.
Whenever it comes to in-app chat, Dan, you mentioned you'd be able to send.
So that's going to be cool, though, that now I see an item, right? And I think it's a little overpriced. Now I can shoot that profile a message about it. I like that.
Huge. We've been waiting for that for a long time.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Like, hey, you know, I know you're right here, but if you go over here, maybe I'll pick it up.
And you just wave those gems.
Yeah.
Got these gems for you right here.
100%. Or you see somebody, or you know somebody that has a collectible that you want, right? Because you search it up on Stacker. Now you'll be able to message that person and say, hey, you know, this might not mean something to you, but it means something to me. I'll give you a fair value for it. And now complete collections that you've been working on. That's going to be big, in my opinion.
Game changer.
Pictures, photos, share collectibles, show off the things that you want to sell. I think we're also making that a little bit better, being able to display our collectibles in a brand new way. So talk to me a little bit about that update that's coming.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is something that I'm a big advocate of. You know, obviously David and I are huge collectors. I'm always on collecting websites. You know, with VeVe version 2, in my opinion, there were a couple of things missing from it that I really want to correct. And this is one of my objectives as soon as we came in, is more founder led. So number one is just making sure we have all the basics in place. Like when you view a collectible, now you're going to see 10 plus images. Actually, maybe I won't promise 10, Corey, because I know that's going to put your team under pressure. There's going to be multiple.
We got this, Dan. We got this.
Yeah.
Promise away.
50 new images.
Multiple images for all collectibles. We want to make sure that all of the amazing video content that Corey and his team did directly on the collectible page. That includes AR videos, the reveal videos. It's just so, you know, when you or a new collector comes to the page, you know, they're getting to see the collectible in all the beautiful detail. And again, it's just a way for people to get more closer to that collectible and really to better see the detail of what it is, because our production team, you know, they put a lot of work and a lot of effort into these collectibles. So as number one, it's about showing them off. Secondly, is that we're bringing all of the information that we would typically post on the blog all onto that product page. So now when you go to the product page, you know, you'll be able to see what is the first mint. You know, is there any burning? How many are remaining? all of that information that is typically in a side blog is now all going to be in that one page. So
Mark, so have you seen that, Bill?
Mm-mm.
Go on your phone now and check it out. Once you go to a collectible, you can see the description, additions, details, blind box and wait list information, master collector program information, delivery, and then it tells about the carbon neutral. I was trying to see what he was talking about with the many different pictures. I'm not
Carbon
seeing that.
neutral. Who cares? Oh,
The media cares.
the media.
Nobody else. The media cares and wants you to pretend like you care.
Right.
Yeah, so it's really
program.
cool. Yeah, so if you click on a collectible now, you could see, God, you could go into additions, and now it says everything there. It says the uncommon, it shows, let's see.
Daily MCP points, 6 for, I'm looking up the cul-de-sac one.
Mm-hmm.
The spike one.
Right.
Just because I had it already in my collection. Because I got the airdrop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's worth only $88 right now.
So let's see. So if I go in, let's see, get a collectible.
How many devs does VeVe have?
I don't think that's released.
I think quite a bit. I know they have a couple offices in overseas.
Mm-hmm. So
that's pretty cool. I like that.
Okay, so for the comics, it does show the common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare, how many editions there are. But when I went into that Buzz Lightyear piece, I didn't see the same information for the editions. I wonder why. That's annoying. See, if you go into a comic, you can see what the common has, what the uncommon, and all of them. But when I go into the collectible, it does not show that, which is annoying. Because that's information you want to see, right? How many of a certain one there are. So hopefully they catch that and fix that.
Yeah.
I'll start it up.
You're going to have all of the information at your fingertips, beautiful images, beautiful videos, just so we've got everything in that one spot rather than having it sort of fragmented.
Absolutely. And a big part of wanting to make VeVe fun again is it means you open up the app and all the things you need to have fun are there. Right. All that information you just talked about, lots of beautiful images, the video all on one page. You're not opening up a blog and then checking a Twitter and doing this and doing that. You just go to one place. And if you want to talk to people about it, you don't even have to leave. You can just send the message right there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really great for our content creators, and it's going to be great for our general collectors too. But, you know, we can add all these images and we can add all these videos and we can add all this information, but people can't find things on the app. That's a problem.
Oh, here we go.
So talk to me a little bit about search functionality, Dan.
Yes. So this is another update that I've been really passionate about. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. The search on VeVe is, well, you know,
we're still searching for it.
Yeah,
you know,
well, I'm searching for the word to describe the search. Yeah, so it has never really been that great. So one of the other missions that I've been on, and the reason I've been doing this also is because when we do our VeVe fam surveys, search is always one of the I'm going to say the most needed thing in the product, because as you say, Corey, we need our users to be able to find products and new users coming in to be able to easily find what they want. Seems very simple, 101. But what I am glad to say is that we have done a full refresh of search.
Yeah, right.
It's now we'll search for much wider keywords. It has fuzzy logic if anybody's interested in any of that kind of stuff. And just keep in mind, this is the first phase of the search revamp. It already has a lot of features. You can add all your filters in. So I'm really excited for this to come out. And then we're going to be continuing to iterate on that. So by this time next month, we should have other features in there like autocomplete,
finally,
and such. So
there you go.
But the great thing is, Corey,
autocomplete. Did you hear that?
What did he say?
they're going to put in, it's not right now, but maybe the next update or somewhat, or in a month, they said auto complete. So if I'm typing like stormtroopers and just put in ST, it's going to
that would be
auto.
nice.
Yeah. Right. Like every other freaking website has. So that's amazing. Like
Since
every
1995.
freaking website does that. So don't know what the deal was, but that's
Right.
that's good.
I know that you got to type out like everything like so
Yeah.
long.
And then if you
perfectly,
spell it
like,
wrong a little bit, it's like, what are you trying to say?
right.
I'm horrible at spelling too. So
Me too.
many frustration with that.
Is that all of this stuff is done. We're not talking about this is coming, hashtag soon, hashtag what. It's actually here, done, really like that. And that's the main commitment that, you know, at least from my side on the product is actually.
See, that's weird. He
getting
said
this
at
stuff
least on
delivered.
my side. That's kind of throwing people under the bus a little bit. At least on my side, I want that.
Yeah,
Like-
but you historically you haven't come through. with
Yeah,
that.
you've been a ghost, dude. Come on. Everybody needs
and
to
the
do that.
VeVe's took you years. Years.
To you guys. So I hope, I hope you really enjoyed the in-app chat, the new product pages with all the information on them and the search. And there's a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline now. So get ready to have a lot of fun on VeVe again.
And you said hashtag soon. You said hashtag what?
Said it
The last
again.
one of these videos
Get
we
ready to have
released
fun on VeVe.
had quite a few comments, and almost all the comments were saying,
Is there a new
not a
tagline?
word about Omi. When Omi news? David,
Oh,
I think
thanks,
you have
Mario.
some
There
Omi
you go.
news
New
for us.
subscriber.
Talk to us a little bit about what's going on with Omi
Yeah,
and how
so-
it's going to be getting a little bit more
Love
love moving forward.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. So early on, I announced, we're going to be taking Omi as a payment for the physical goods that
There we go.
you can redeem. We understand the importance around that. You know, people want more utility value. And by the time this video's come out, we are proud to announce that Omi to Gem as part of the rollout, and then we'll be announcing it through our social. And please read the blog.
Omi to Gem.
We
Okay.
said that
Yeah. Let's talk.
But how about Gem to Omi?
Gem to Omi.
Right? So I can instantly just buy it like that.
They should be fluid once this happens.
Right. I would think it would go both ways, right?
I think maybe all the listings on Stacker will be fluid.
See, this is what I was waiting for. Everyone kept saying, well, like, where's the exchange? Where's the exchange? We need an exchange. And I'm like, I think VeVe's setting up to be the exchange.
Right.
Once they set up that Omi to Gem, it's go town. Because like, why would you buy it anywhere else? When you're buying it to use it on it, they don't want you to take it anywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they want you to use it on app.
Yeah.
And because of that, that offers the utility, right? That
Right.
everyone begs for, right?
Right. It's not like you could
we can actually use.
Right. It's not like you can use Omi somewhere else on another website or something. Right.
Right.
So
Yeah. Who cares about trading?
to truly have that value of utility, it needs to be fluid as hell on the actual app
That's right.
or the partnered app through Stacker. Either or. I see those. That's the same freaking thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think they were just doing that to protect themselves. But yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I'm glad they did. Right.
Oh,
Because
Spectrum makes a good point. Yep. Just like E2.
Yep.
E money equals essence, or essence equals E money.
Yeah.
Come on, VeVe devs. Right.
The math is mathin' with that.
That's right.
So
They need
so
a
basically,
Spectrum as their dev.
so basically, I'm going to go and put in my credit card information on Stacker, purchase gems or Omi.
I don't want that. I want to just buy it through my my app.
So you want to pick up your phone,
I want to pick up my phone and I want to bloop, done.
Apple Pay,
Apple Pay, not Apple Pay, but
1,000 gems.
Play. I like
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're still allowed. Okay.
Yeah.
So purchase on your phone, instant transaction goes through, and now you go shopping on Stacker. Now, would you use your phone to go shopping on Stacker or
How do you load gems on your account right now?
through my phone? I don't use the website at all. It doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm slow, but it doesn't save my card information. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't get that. Like I had a situation and like, I forget, Foster said, now you can do it, but I never figured it out. Never saw you could save it. So I just do it through my phone, and that's VeVe's problem to fix. That's not me to figure out,
Right. And now they don't have to pay the 30% anymore. So that's how I always do it too. Because the other thing is when I tip people on YouTube, I get bucks back to use towards that. And when I'm purchasing new gems, I get a discount. So
I wish I did that. Right.
So,
that's good. I think it's going to be big. It's going to cut down friction points. It's going to incentivize people to list things and, transact in OMI. Maybe they want to boost up their OMI position, on their wallets or whatever.
Right. Like I wanted to be able to just hit like a quick transaction. It pulls it from my Google account. Right.
And
then all I got to do is press one more button to say convert gems to OMI. That's it.
Yeah.
And slush back and forth.
Right. Just go back and forth. And also I think raising the levels of staking, I think they need to do. It costs them nothing. They need to raise the levels of collectors. Like stopping at 100 is ridiculous unless it's like a pit stop into the more, right? Yeah. So the more OMI you stack, meaning you hold on your wallet and hold, the more points you should get. Reward people that put in more money. I think that's important, and get those levels up and reward people that hold more.
Yeah.
I don't see people getting mad at that. Like, oh, why are you giving the person that put in more money more things? That's life. That's normal.
Right.
That's not something to be mad at because somebody's doing better off than you. Are you mad when a Ferrari goes by you? Like, come on, that's low level thinking.
Yeah.
Right. Like I wish I could, stake more, but I am where I am. And
because right now mine is just sitting on a wallet somewhere. It's not doing anything.
Right. And you could put that over and gain more points. I'm sure you would do that if incentivized, right?
With my essence, I can earn more essence.
I'd like exactly.
To do the same with my OMI.
Yes. Please listen and put those features in. Please. Yep. We'll keep going.
We're rolling out to understand how it will work. It's been a long time in the working. It's always been in our roadmap is how we bring more utility. And, when OMI first started, it was always going to be a way of payment for the VeVe collectibles. And, we're just really bringing that line. And we found partners that will bring this live for us. So very exciting to see that. In months to come, you will see and hear a lot more about OMI, what we're doing. We're working with partners, what we can do with it. And, we definitely understand that the holders has been waiting for a long time to see more utility, and more will come as time reveal. But, I'm excited to announce that the OMI to Gem will be rolling out. And hopefully some of you will give it a try. And other parts of the OMI that we have achieved this quarter, many of you probably have seen OMI to Base Wallet. And then recently we also announced that OMI on Binance Wallet. And we're working very hard to build more partnership and more integrations with whether it's wallets or redemptions or utility or exchanges. All these are all continuously on the roadmap, and we're working ways to roll these out. So stay tuned. And I hope everyone here in the community enjoyed this announcement. And there will be, and I'm also working on other OMI utility exclusive drops.
There we go.
We're just figuring out how we're going to do those primary drops with your OMI tokens exclusively with StackR. That's one.
Did you just say
we
he was
are also working on
OMI?
A very cool digital product.
That's what I heard.
OMI drops.
Right. As in he said the word OMI. And is working on OMI.
Working on OMI and OMI specific drops on StackR.
Right.
which is
But
yeah,
remember
makes
when
sense.
everyone was saying, why isn't he saying anything about Omi?
No, and it's not just and yeah, by the way, like this is a very front forward facing
Yeah.
discussion and
Yeah.
update with Omi, which is important. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like, okay, we're going to touch base because everybody's crying about it. It's This is what we're doing with it. It's being open and honest, and it shows the users that they haven't forgotten about it and haven't forgot about the initial investors. I know Wes has brought that point up a few times that they funded this whole project with Omi,
Right.
so it should still feel important. And right now it seems like that's what they want to do, is make Omi important again.
Right.
For the Omi holders, if you hold one of those Omi logos out there, we've got something exciting coming out as well. So we haven't forgotten about you. We basically just trying to work out what's the best way to roll these things out.
Did you hear that?
2.
You got 2 of them? See, I bet I went and looked at the price, and it went up to, I think it was around like 600, if I could think, like 500 area, and now it's like over 1,000.
For which one? You're talking about for the Akomi logo?
Yeah, for the Komi logo.
Do I have 2 of those ones? I think I do.
Because right now the floor is 1,111.
Yeah, from 600 to 2K. Fun Under the Sun said.
Yeah, see, but now it's back down to 1,000. That's the floor. Lil Pitt. That's I know her. She's the wife of. Oh yeah. Under the Sun. There we go. Duh. My bad. Right. So yeah, he definitely knows. So let's get that one sold. That's a great price.
Yeah. And so he said that they were going to do something. What did he said they were working on doing an exclusive drop for that one too?
Yes. Kind of like how they treat the gold and silver, logo with importance, and it's an important piece, and it's an important club. I hope they treat now Akomi the same way with those logos, because there's not a lot. There's not a lot of them. There's a lot less, I believe, than the gold and silver logos, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I do own 2. You own 2? Nice.
Yeah. Well, me and Rolex did a deal where Sanjay sent me. He said Rolex had my gold logo number. And me and Rolly did a deal to get it. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's interesting? This gold, the was it the red and silver, right? Akomi logo. It says that there's a shit ton of editions, but there's only 567 in circulation, which I wonder if they created a surplus anticipating more people staking, and then they didn't get that. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, because that's how we got it originally, right?
Right. You had to stake. You had to be staking 10 million, I believe.
That's right.
For the first staking event or whatever. So there's only 500. There's only 567. There are no burned editions that I see. So I wonder what the extra is going to do. Hope it doesn't go back into circulation somehow.
Yeah. We got to reiterate that. Let's lock that down, because it would be better to have that as a smaller number.
Yeah. I'm happy with the 567. Those are the initial people that did what they need to do and get it, and it shows, the club. Basically, there's a whole Telegram group, great set of guys in there and
Yeah.
gals and people that are super knowledgeable and super helpful. You know, you ask any questions, even doesn't even have to be about VeVe, just like in general, mentorship type of questions. And
Yeah.
there's always somebody. I know Bill, right? You were offering that as well in that group, right? You know, big,
Yep.
you know, what would that cost for, you know, some of your time? You know, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm glad to see that they're acknowledging the group now and going to reward the holders. I love it.
Yeah. And you're one of the only ones that I've actually spent a lot of time with and talking with her too. But we could have talked about anything, real estate,
Right.
you know, all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff. And it's just the different access to different people that are in there is incredible. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and there are people that obviously value Omi and value, you know, the app and VeVe. And rather than, you know, somebody that was standing in line with their buddy and, you know, was with them when they were passing out those cards, you know, because in the beginning, those cards were kind of, you know, handed out very freely and not earned as much, like, check
And
out my collection, see if I'm worthy enough to get a gold and
500 of
silver.
those, is there?
Of the Comey is 567, which is
No,
less.
the gold logo.
No,
Isn't there
gold.
500 of those too?
No, gold logo is a lot more.
Is
let me
there?
see. Yeah, a lot more.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Let's see.
sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Then that means that the Comey logo could surpass it, essentially.
Technically, it's more scarce.
Yeah.
Let me see. Editions. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's 500.
It is 500. Yeah. So
yeah.
that's what I thought.
I'm wrong.
So it's they're neck and neck then. I like that.
Yeah, basically. So
I kinda
67
like that.
more editions.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's
good.
why I snagged up a second one, because in case they ever did like exclusive parties, I wanted to have an extra one for my wife if she wanted to go, or just somebody that I would bring with me to.
Like a co-host of a show. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's right.
Like everything as usual, we're working with multiple moving pieces and partnerships here at the office. And it's, you know, when it happens, we'll announce them. And I'm really looking forward to see you guys at these events to do the redemptions.
Right now, we're in sort of a bull run for a lot of tokens. And we see a lot of conversation in the community from a lot of people. Why doesn't VeVe talk about Omi very much?
Or a dev.
How important is Omi to us? And is it a thing that we're thinking about a lot as a business?
Yeah. Every part of our business, when we roll something out, we always do think about, you know, how can we give more utility around that. You know, when we first started the Omi in 2019, it took a long time for a lot of these platform and regulations to be servicing and understanding, you know, what makes Omi a utility token. And we've seen how other projects have done it, and basically we're following suit. And you'll see more of that proactiveness now. We're very more clear on what we want to do with these Omi holders out there. And you know, the most important thing is to bring that utility, what we promised on day one, and then we're starting to roll them out, and it will take time. And the other parts that, while I always thought about, you know, when people talk about the digital asset that's going through a bull run or a positive in the market, because, you know, I also wanted to understand that collectors really use their tokens to purchase something. I mean, you sing a lot of these news and memes around the guy who bought, you know, a piece of with the Bitcoin he has, and that ended up and turned out to be one of the most expensive meal in history. So we wanted to ensure that the business continue to operate without taking a hit on it, because people are not willing to part with their token. And you kind of have two parts of businesses, that we are a collectible business, and the same time as we want to create value for our holders out there.
So that's interesting. I think he's kind of got that backwards in a way, because when Omi's low, I don't want to spend it. Right. I don't want to touch it. I want to add more to it. I don't want
Right.
to spend it. Now, when it's higher, people get a little free with their cash, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, Omi's up, just start buying collectibles, all the things you want. And that in turn raises prices of the market, right?
He is
So
backwards on that.
yeah, a little backwards with that, but I like it. He's thinking about it.
Because when it's lower, I'll just use cash to buy the Omi I have to have, and I won't even use my Omi. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll just buy the Omi that's necessary to do whatever I need to do with it.
Exactly. Yeah,
So-
exactly. So
Because I don't want to lose it.
It is very important that we also have seen, the royalty programs that we have run in the MCP play. We have the gold and silver logo holders. We have the level 100. We do understand, and we part of all these programs is to really understand, number one, with our own IP, what we can bring to the community. With our own tokens, what could we do and unlock those opportunity. And, with everything that we roll out, it takes time for us to gauge the interest and the redemption. Will someone want to give up all their MCP point for this collectible, and why do they do that? And why do people pay 500,000 points for a fantastic full comic edition, or silver server in this case? Number one came out. So really gauging and understanding the community in every aspect, as a collector, as a digital asset believer, someone who loves tokens in every way. We're still learning through that. But
now it's interesting. He also just talked about the Silver Surfer, right? I wish they would give a value for what is needed to get a collectible or a comic, right? Because you kind of have to guess, and you're like, oh, am I doing too much? Am I doing too little? Right. And I don't know. I don't really like that. I like being secure in the fact, like, okay, this is what they're asking for. This is what, I'm going to put up to get what I want. Right. Or at least be like, okay, you can put up this. And if we have too many people, we're going to raise the bar a little bit or something. Right. To extract the value. But this whole guessing game of like, oh, am I too little? Am I too more, like much? I don't know. I kind of don't like that.
Yeah, like I didn't go for that recent drop with the Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear. Did you go for it?
Yeah, I bought 2 of them just because I was chasing the green, and I figured I'll get $40 to donate. Yeah, got 2 rares.
Yeah, and I didn't go for it because I was like, yeah, I didn't really care for the movie that came out.
Mm-hmm.
But Buzz Lightyear was so iconic back in the day. If they wouldn't have messed up with that IP on that movie that came out, I probably would have went for it because I do like Buzz. But,
yeah.
But then also I felt like there was too many editions. And I knew it was going to go to like $2 a piece, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
It's such a high gamble, right? Like the odds of hitting it is super low, so you kind of are defeated anyway. You're not like pumped, right? Like, like hopefully I get an opportunity, Yeah,
like even with that Coca-Cola, I think I'll probably only pull the trigger a couple times. That's about it. I'm not going to go crazy with it because I don't care.
Yeah. Now
the odds are so against you.
So what if they lowered the amount from $20 of that to, let's say, $5? How many would you have bought
for Buzz?
Yeah, for Buzz.
It would have been $5.
$5.
I probably would have bought at least 5, maybe 10.
There you go. I would have done this. I would have probably dropped 50. Yeah. Because now you're thinking I have more chances of winning.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Because that's what you're going for. You want to win. You want to get the chase. You want to, participate more often. But when it's $20, that feels a lot more, right?
Is that how much it was?
$20 a piece.
Yeah, and I felt like that was too much.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So they make the same amount, right? But they're allowing people to have more opportunities.
Yeah, and they could have kept the same for $5 a piece. they could add the same amount of collectibles too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And they would have sold out.
Yeah, it would have. They're not getting the part where, like, yes, it's less money, but you're more inclined to spend when you're feeling like you're getting a better value.
And what are people thinking? 10xing their value to zero, almost to zero, like selling it off for the gamble. I don't understand that. Like,
explain.
They bought it for 20 and sell it for 2.
Oh, I know. I don't get that either. I've never been that guy. But there's a lot of people that do that though. And I don't know if those are just professional gamblers that they need their next fix. So they have to, sell off what they just got so they have the opportunity for more. I don't know.
It still doesn't make sense at that. At $2, it doesn't make sense, Yeah,
why not just keep it?
Might as well just keep it. Double your money later. You could at least maybe get 4 for it. I don't know.
Yeah. It feels like small-minded thinking, but I don't know. Maybe there's a method to what they're doing.
Method to the madness.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we have made that decision that we need to roll these out sooner than later. So you'll see a lot more, and in 2026 we're already registered to be at Paris NFT. You'll see a lot of us representing our brand, our product in these Web3.
I have to go.
So I'm really excited to share all that with you guys.
No, thanks.
But it doesn't mean we're not going to, stay.
Never been. I don't know.
We are collectors.
Not to get political, but have you seen the chaos over there?
Wait. Maybe I'll see. No, I'll hold that one. I'll hold that one to myself. It's too many wee-wees in office.
We want collectors to be out there. We want that massive market. So, and we also do understand that a portion of our collectors who brought us to where we are OMI holders. So we are there, and I'm very, very excited to share this update with you all, and hopefully you guys will forgive us for our slowness, but it is here.
That's good. I like that you said that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that sort of brings us to the next portion of the show, and that is 5 years of business. Birthday's coming up. I mean, been through a lot, the two of you, starting this, and you've made it through all kinds of tumultuous times. A lot of companies have come. A lot of companies have, a lot of
exciting times too, though.
Point. How are you feeling? 5 years down, here we are. What's the general feeling?
Yeah. And so it's 5 years for VeVe this year, and we're going to celebrate OMI Economy for 7 years next year with a special thing as well. But the
shout out.
5 years seems like 20 years to start with. Everything in the world we are is
might be
like
time to pick up another logo.
Everything should be happening now. We want that rollout now. We want more announcement now. We want more partnership. But the 5 year has been definitely, we've seen the highs and lows. Number one, going back, is I want to thank our community.
I didn't go for after.
We will not be here celebrating it with you. So we do want to mark this occasion, and we decided that the Vegas Designer Con will be part of that celebration. So we've got a great lineup of things, and we're not just going to be celebrating in LA, Las Vegas. We're going to start with New York, right? Because a lot of people in the East Coast who is in Europe will be making that trip, and the entire Q4, our team here at VeVe is going to be celebrating and really embracing that remarkable achievement. But behind the picture, this 5 year celebration it's we went through the high and low, but the most important is we want other project and we want other digital collectible business to be celebrating as well. It's definitely been tough. I have to admit, myself and Dan, we were in the forefront. When CryptoKitty came out, we grasped that, we kind of understand, and we went out and approached with these IP owner. And it is really great to see what we envision other companies out there went out and get these IP and build a competitive product to what we do, because it really validates our vision that digital collectible is a medium, is an industry. So we're so happy to that. And we do want to see other projects to do well in years to come, because
Wait,
I
is one
think,
under the sun,
you know,
Rudy?
most people see us as we're always competing or we have competitors, but
Is that what you were
and I
saying
said
earlier?
this many
Oh, okay.
times, being
I didn't know
in
that
the
was Rudy.
retail
What's up, Rudy?
industry and been selling trading card, role-playing books, collectibles, the industry will not
I was gonna say
exist with
Tina's
only one
selling on the
competitor
floor on
or
that.
one product out there. You know, I'll give you an example. I went to the Chicago.
That's why I felt like an idiot when I was saying it. I was
Rudy,
like, oh,
If
wait.
you're still listening, yeah, I'm gonna be in Phoenix again in December after Christmas. So if you guys are around, maybe we could eat
Wait,
up. We could
he's saying-
go out to Macayos. Oh, he's not Rudy.
No?
No, I'm not Rudy. LOL. Oh,
Oh,
look at the picture. Pull up the picture.
yeah.
Again. No, that doesn't look like Tina.
Does from far away when you have bad eyes.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Disregard.
Chicago Nationals.
We can still hang
And
out though.
all the hype is about all the vintage products. It's all about.
No, Rudy
the
lives in
first
Phoenix. I keep telling him I was going to hang out with him.
Shohei
They got
Ohtani,
sick.
Michael Jordans. You got
Then I
your
got
old
busy.
baseball player, the patch
never
card,
really-
the signature,
But they'll be in New
the
York.
triple
Comic-Con.
logo card, the double
Right.
design, and that the used jersey, the sticker, that everything, everyone in that room is all buzzing. You don't hear people talk down another company's product. And
Spectrum, you got
something in
some
the
Crystal
digital
Kitty
world is that
Kitty?
we really need to embrace and really understand, you know, the true collectors out there is what's going to bring this community and their energy together. But I really hope that our community can help us spread the word and, you know, continue to do what they do. That, you know, some of the collectible that we release, it's turning 5-year old. It's the first appearance of these Batman, at the first appearance of some of these Mickey Mouse characters that you beloved, that you grew up with. And in years to come, I really do believe that there will be a medium of people who just love to collect the first asset of
name
these
code.
digital
Okay.
collectible
On YouTube.
on chain.
Gotcha.
You know, stay tuned. With all your support, we hope we have many more years to come. And you know, that's from my heartfelt message to our audience, and I hope really you understand that. And you know, I want Dan to speak a little bit about what's you know, he's gone through this journey with me, that 5-year
Sure.
of that 20-year. You know, it's I still got my hair, so it's a good thing.
He's
Getting
dying.
I mean, when you started, Dan, there wasn't even a marketplace. So from being on the floor as COO for this whole journey, I mean, the changes that you've experienced in the last 5 years, run us through it.
Yeah, I mean, it has been
Dan looks like he's
really,
aged like 10
really
years.
exciting,
Little bit.
nerve-wracking, anxiety-inducing, celebratory. I mean, all the superlatives.
He looks
But it's
jazzed.
been a really, really amazing journey. And you know, like I mentioned earlier, we've always been at the coalface, at the very front of this industry. And as David alluded to, you know, it has paved the way for a lot of other.
David looks like he could go
businesses
another
to
20
follow
rounds, though.
in
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
us. So
Look fresh.
you know, I think from my side, and you know, just really proud of everyone in the team and everyone in our community for enjoying the product and seeing the vision of what we do. You know, like I was having a chat with somebody in the team the other day, and just saying that, you know, as a collector, like I know VeVe is a fun collectible product. And I'm very, very confident that digital collecting is going to hit the mainstream over the coming years. So, you know, if you have one of those first appearance Batman or first appearance anything on VeVe, yeah, that's the type of thing I'm sort of quietly stacking in the background. But it's really been exciting just watching the product grow, the evolution of, you know, like I mentioned earlier,
Honestly,
you know, that first,
I didn't buy Batman
Todd,
because
or the
they
Huh?
didn't. They haven't done the best Batman yet. Lego Batman.
Lego in general. Oh my gosh.
If they released Lego Batman, I would buy him.
Could you imagine Lego characters on here? Oh my
It'd be
god.
incredible. Yeah.
Because those things are collectible as they are, you know.
Yeah.
God, Darth Vader. I have a Darth Vader Lego keychain. A little guy, a little figure. Love
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
For my rental properties, I bought
wrist-
Lego keychains and I etched into them all the addresses.
Oh, did you?
So it's
Oh,
easier to remember which key. Yeah. So I have a bunch of Legos like etched in. It's awesome.
that's hella cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
So from Batman Series 1, when it was me back there in the 3D software doing my best to put it together to where it is now, which is just, I would actually say that, some of our collectibles now rival some of the physical stuff that is out there in terms of detail and quality.
I'd agree.
And I'm just really looking forward to the future. Like I want to make more collectors happy. I mean, even some of the stories that we've had with, I remember this one guy at New York Comic Con. He'd never collected in his life, found VeVe somehow, and then his entire family thought he had gone crazy because he just became obsessed with collecting.
Sure,
so he
mine
never
did.
knew he was a collector until he got the app. And it's just so rewarding hearing all of these stories, because at the end of the day, collecting is about fun and it's about enjoyment. It's about collecting what you love. So, yeah, I'm really excited for the 5th birthday. I think the reason we're doing Decon is because Decon was the very first event that VeVe had. And David and I couldn't even make it. I didn't even think we had enough money to go to the event. So it was just like a trestle table with a piece of cloth on it. So it's pretty amazing to think, that's where we started and, where we're going to be now with at Decon and New York Comic Con, etc. So here's the next 5 years.
Absolutely. And there isn't a future 5 or 10 year plan. We're just getting started. There's all kinds of updates coming. There's no finish line that we see. So it is onwards and upwards always. Like I mentioned earlier in the episode, after you see this video on the day this video goes live, it is going to be information release after information release after information release, updates, gym restructures, OMI to gym, all kinds of things are happening. So please stay tuned to our socials, watch your emails, check out the blog. You see all the socials at the bottom of the screen. But with that, gentlemen, I think it's time to wrap this up. And so until we see you in the next one, everyone, happy collecting.
Nice.
Happy collecting.
So I think if they show follow through, which it seems like they've been doing and are going to continue to do, I think this was a home run for them for optics, for how they communicated with the fans of OMI and the collectors, the investors. I think they kind of hit all the range of people that are in VeVe and Akomi.
Yeah, and they just hammered the OMI term over and over and over and over. It was great. It was great to see that. Yeah,
big time. And like I said, it didn't feel forced. It felt like it was forefront with VeVe, the Akomi and OMI. So a lot of good things to come. I know the price pumped a little bit, but every time that damn price pumps, I feel like there's some idiot. There's some idiot in the background selling it, Well,
yeah, and Ethereum dropped and everything else dropped, and I'm like, that's just a downer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy more. Gotta wait,
Yeah, trust me.
Gotta wait. Can't buy every day, right? Even though I'd like
Exactly. Okay, it's held. It's up 2.2% in a 24-hour period, so that's good. Yeah. Pumped up all the way to 2 and then dropped back down. Like, I wouldn't doubt if that guy that did all this chaos with OMI and VeVe, I wouldn't doubt, because he has a shit ton of OMI, as far as I know, right? Mm-hmm. I would imagine he'd be
over the years
a big asshole. Every time the price goes up, he sells, right? Why not, right? Just to be a jerk.
Yeah.
Right? To deflate
and
the
obviously he could accumulate more by doing that.
Right. Big manipulation move, right?
Mm-hmm. Or when you're a giant whale like that, you could dip the entire market. You could scoop a lot more as it dips down.
Right, because the green candles promote more green candles, but when a green candle comes and then dissipates right away, it's discouraging, right?
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah. So
I like spectrums.
Who knows?
There is so much ramen soup. We can too buy more crypto.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely been there.
Yep.
So cool.
right.
Everybody like and subscribe, please. Helps out our channel, helps us get to 1,000 subscriptions, which we're shooting for. So
That was our
everyone
first live reaction.
Yeah. How'd everybody like that? Hope that went well.
It was insane.
It's chaos. So
All right. I'm
Okay.
dying. I gotta
right.
get some sleep.
all right. See you everybody.
All right, guys.
Later. Thanks for
See you.
viewing.
Later.
Peace.